Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to show you some fails. So my vision was to make one of these great hanging galvanized pails from the Dollar Tree stuff, because that's my inspiration. So I said, you know what if we can manipulate this bucket? Oh, bear with me. So of course my first thought was to open it with a can opener. Now, in all fairness, had I had a conventional can opener, there's a very slim chance it would have worked, but it might have. I'm not giving up. But I no longer own a conventional can opener. We open one of these safety can openers that Mom got from QVC. So I'm going to give it a try. Well, other than marring the outside of the bucket there, it didn't work either. So I know that I've seen so many hacks on Pinterest where you could take a spoon to open a can, or you can take it outside, like if it was a can, take it outside and rub it on the cement to open it. Basically, there's a little metal rim around there, a little metal seal around the rim, that once you break that, cut that seal apart, then you can take the bottom off. And my vision was to take the bottom off of this and just flatten it. I figured once I had the bottom off, it would flatten fine. Although there is, in full disclosure, those other hanging buckets actually have bottoms, but my vision was just to do like a mock one, obviously. I am trying so hard. It is just not working for me. Yeah, this can opener is not loving this can at all. But I'm still trying. I am still trying. But you'll see that doesn't work. So then I was thinking, thinking. What if I take a hammer and I try to pop out the bottom? What do you think? Oh, I banged that thing so hard. That wasn't working. I thought if I just flatten it, that wasn't working. Let's see. Puncture it. If I could puncture it, it will weaken the metal, and then I can flatten it. Oh, come on. I've used this technique to puncture through cake pans and pie pans and you name it. It's not puncturing through this little device at all. This is one tough can. Oh, I think my vision's on its way out the door. What can I do? What can I do? I definitely can't squeeze it. It's definitely beyond my squeezing capabilities. Wouldn't it have looked cute if it was flat and you could hang it on the wall? I'm just saying. It's not completely ruined yet, but it's pretty close. I was this close to taking it out and putting it under my front tire. I'm just saying. Kids, don't try this at home. Epic fail number 1 in the can. Oh man, I cracked myself up. I had a vision of creating a grapevine Easter basket out of grapevine wreaths, and you see what I'm thinking might have worked. So that's what I was running all over the country looking for, these grapevine wreaths. So I was gonna also maybe use this plaque for the bottom, but first I thought I was gonna make some grapevine on the bottom. I don't know. None of it worked. My original vision was to take 3 grapevine wreaths, little ones, and stack them on top of each other and wire them together. Looks like it might work, right? Then I was going to take the one large one, and I was going to take a few strands to make the handle. Of course, it wouldn't be utilitarian. It was just going to be decorative. The basket would have been utilitarian, but the handle wouldn't have been. And I was going to take the rest of that middle of the grapevine wreath for the handle, and I was going to weave it into a bottom. Yeah, that didn't work. In all fairness, the large grapevine wreath did come apart as expected. It did, it was just woven around. And I'm showing you this, guys, because first of all, I want to show you that I make mistakes all the time. I make things that don't work. Sometimes I have a vision and it fails. But I also wanted to show you the technique of taking the grapevine wreath apart, just in case it's something you might want to do in the future. And I also want to show you that it failed, because if you had a vision to do this as well and you were afraid to try it, now I could show you that it doesn't work. But I'm going to say here in a minute that to work with the grapevine, to bend it properly, you really should soak it in hot water. I mean, that's pretty much all that I read. I thought maybe I could do it without it, because I figured the grapevine from the Dollar Tree wasn't very strong, to say the least. You know, it wasn't really sturdy, but honestly, it was a lot more fragile than I thought it was. So you can see here that I'm thinking I wanted to wrap it on the inside. How was I going to do it? I thought I could get skewers and put skewers through it, and then I thought we could wire it together. Just, it really didn't work. And that's when I came upon the thought of the wood plate. And then I was thinking, it's a 7-inch wreath, and I think they have small cake plates at the Dollar Tree. So if I would have wedged a clear cake plate there for a fake bottom. Then I was thinking, if I got a grapevine, I get a cheap basket from the Dollar Tree and just put grapevine wreaths up above it. That might have worked too. But I just wanted to share with you, being it is April Fool's Day and Easter, that not everything that I do is very successful. And I thought you guys would get a kick out of it. So then I thought, okay, maybe if I break up a lot of little pieces and maybe glue them into a circle on the bottom, that would work. Well, that's not going to work. And in all fairness, I'm sure that if I had done this correctly, you still would have been able to make this basket with $4 or $5 worth of materials. And it was originally priced for $34.50. When I saw it, it was on sale for $12.99, because I didn't look back in February. I looked, more recently. But still, you could have made it less expensive. But the grapevine wreaths were very, very rigid. I was kind of surprised. So as I was processing it, I was like, oh, maybe I'll make a different bottom. Okay, so if we make a different bottom, we can wire the bottom in between the two wreaths, and then I can fill in around the outsides of the wreath basket with some of the reeds that I have left over. And it is very possible that I was just having a really bad day craft-wise, but after a little while I pretty much gave up and I just walked away. So now I'm saying, like, okay, so I have this small flowers and garden bucket. What if I use that and I just put the grapevine wreaths around that, Oh, just try again. Let's try rewiring it again and stack them so that they fit and unstack them so they don't fit. It really was just too much. Honestly, if I would have taken some jute and I would have used jute to tie them together, you would have seen the jute for a minute. And I was going to color the jute with the dye wood, the wood scratch markers, so you wouldn't have seen it. But I had already at that point ruined my handle, so yikes. It is just too funny. I just figured I'd share with you. I got this far and I was like, it looks like hell, but I can fill it in with all this loose grapevine that I have left over. Let's try to put the handle on there. And how are we going to use the handle? Well, let's try to tie the handle onto that wire that we used. By the way, I was using the blue wire so it would show up on video. Of course, use floral wire. But I'm just like, we'll tie it on one side, and then should we glue it, or we're going to need to do both because the glue won't hold against the pressure. And it was just a hot mess. And then I got the other side over and I tried to shape it and I snapped it in half. You'll see. It's coming. So I said, it looks good. Let me just try to shape it up a little bit. And crack. Amazing grace. I just don't even know. First of all, the handle just broke. So I was so close to having it done, and then the handle just broke. And I know the right way to work with this stuff is to soak it in hot water. But I was trying to make this an easy DIY for you guys, not a advanced DIY for you guys. So if I get this strength up to finish this for my personal use, I will share it with you. But right now I want to throw the whole thing in the garbage. The good news is, in all honesty, $1 for the wire, which I technically don't have to throw out because I can take it all apart. I only wasted $1 trying this out because, and actually technically I don't know that I wasted. I still have all of this grapevine wreath left. But these 3 little wreaths weren't altered at all. So, and neither was the board. But I mean it's so much better in my head. Like I said, the right way to work with grapevine is to soak it in hot water to make it soft and pliable. I am not going to do that for you guys because it's a lot, and that's not an easy DIY, and I like to bring you easy DIYs. In my mind's eye, I really thought that this was just going to wire together. I think I imagined that the grapevine was a little bit more flexible, but I guess also I noticed that depending on which wreaths you pick out, do determine how flexible the grapevine is. But you're supposed to soak this in hot water to get it to be pliable, and I didn't because like I said, I don't think that that's an easy DIY for you. So I'm gonna share this fail with you because I don't want everybody to think like I always hit it out of the park on each swing. So that's not the case, but hopefully the next one will be better. Otherwise, I have all these wreaths now I can do stuff with. Yay! Oh well, what are you going to do? Take care. God bless. See you next time. Bye.